Hello everyone, it's Mish here and welcome to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by, and if you are one of my returning supporters and little community, thanks, and I hope we have a good time together today. So I'm going to be doing another page in the Daphne's Diary Gluebook journal. We have done a lot of pages so far. I think I was looking back and started this about a year ago. So we've been doing quite a lot of work. If you're new here to this playlist, there is a playlist that you'll find on my channel, which has all the videos to the pages that have been done so far. So I'm just going to do a quick little flip through. When I'm finished this, which should be another few weeks yet, I will do a comprehensive flip through and look at all the different pages. This was the one I believe that we did last week, and I really love it. If you look at it from my viewpoint, you can see all of the little reminders. It's kind of hard to see from the top view to lower your stress. But today's page has been a page that I've been meaning to do for months, and it's going to fit right next to this guy. So I was going through my little bin of stuff, and if you do watch the channel, you know I keep a little Michael's, one of the big totes, of different offcuts and whatnot. I also, if I think I'm going to do a project, I will put it in a bigger sleeve like this one. And then this just kind of reminds me when I go through that that's a project that I was thinking about doing. So I was rummaging through this bin because I haven't really looked through it for a while. And I came across my little bird here. And this is something that I've had cut out and I've been wanting to do for ages. It goes along with the images that were with this guy. And this goes back to number 3 in 2023. And I was lucky enough to get 2 of these. So it is these pages here. And I had cut it out when I had cut out this guy and his friend here, and had just been meaning to do a page, and I never got around to doing it. So that's what we're going to do today. So when I was thinking about the background, I had some of my pattern paper that I used for that side, and I kind of thought, did I want to use the same background? And I kind of thought, no, I want to do something a little bit different. So I thought, well, what about just doing, instead of having a cursive writing, having sort of a typewriter writing, but I didn't really like that effect at all. And then I auditioned a number of pages, but what I came up with was this paper that I really liked, and that's what I'm going to use. This is just some pattern paper that I had of my own. So I'm going to set that aside. So I already have my little image here. The other image that I had with it, and I don't know which issue that it came from. It might have even came from the same issue, or maybe it was issue 4 or 5 from last year, but I've had this a long time as well. They were in a sleeve together. I'm not really sure. So I thought about doing something along this lines, and today's page is just going to be a nice, easy little relaxing collage that yeah, so I think it'll be enjoyable. Now, I have gone through, I did find these flowers as well, but I also went, and I don't know which issue that came from, but I also cut out these flowers, and what these were from was this poster, which I believe came from, this is issue 3, did I say? I believe this came from issue 4, and was just this big dancer on a jewelry box. So what I did is I cut out the little flowers that were there, and then there was a little butterfly which was at the top that I've cut that out as well. So I thought we could make use of that. So what else? Right, so let's get started. Before I went to glue these down, I've taken my Pitt brush markers and I've just gone along. So with this image here, I've just taken this and very carefully I have outlined the edge like so, and I usually hold it close to the edge so that I don't, if I slip, I'm going to just get it on my finger. And that just sort of sets it a little bit apart from the background. And then for the flowers, I ended up using just this pink, and I did the exact same thing. So that's an idea. And I was thinking that I would like to put this kind of up in that corner. So I'm just gonna, I have some Elmer's glue here, and this is just the glue all. So it's not the school glue. And I'm just gonna go around the edges. The school glue, again, if you watch my channel, you hear me say this every time, but I say it more for the benefits of new people that have found my videos, in that the glue all has less water in it than the Elmer school glue. So I'm going to push that back a bit, and I want that to go right to the top. Okay, so I'm kind of happy with that placement. And then I'm going to put this guy, and I don't think he had another foot, so we're missing a foot there, but I thought that would be okay because he can set one foot on sort of what might be a little outcropping of that top stone, of the second to the top stone, and then his other foot can be behind there. So what I'm going to do though is I think I'll get the stone down. So I want that to kind of be, so you have to take into consideration his tail there. So it really can't be center. But then sometimes it's nice not to have things right in the center. So I'm kind of happy with that placement. So I'm just going to get that tacked down, and then we could add more glue to it when we're ready. And I'm happy that that's quite near the bottom, because it's kind of sitting, we could say, on the bottom of the page. Okay, and then for his foot, what I did is I actually put a piece of tape. You can almost see the shiny bit. I put that on a piece of tape first and then cut out around the tape just to add a little bit of stability, because I almost amputated his foot. So I didn't want to do that. Alright, so I'm thinking maybe a little bit like so. And I wanted him sort of up straight. As straight as we can get him. I think that's kind of good there. Maybe tilt it a little bit further. Like so. How's that looking? I think that looks good. So we'll get, again, we'll just get a little bit of glue down here. And I think I'll glue his foot so that we have some stability on the rock. I like these rocks because they reminded me of meditation and sort of like a Buddha thing. Wondering though that they look a little bit, do they look a little bit unsteady? I think they're looking straight up, yeah. Because if I tilted it more, it wouldn't be. And they found those exact balance points. And I think that's what meditation is about, balance. But it just reminded me of something you'd see like in a spa advertisement or something, or a fountain. So I just felt kind of calm when I looked at that. Okay, so then I have this little flower, which I'm kind of thinking, because it sort of has a flat edge, that it could kind of go up to the top there. So I do kind of like that. So let's just get that along here. And then we could get that kind of tacked down, and then we can add more to it once that's tacked down. Okay. So then I have these little flowers, and I have this little butterfly, and I thought the butterfly would kind of look good there. It almost looks like a flower has morphed into a butterfly. It's almost like your spirit has been lightened up and, I don't know, is going heavenward. Sort of like a metaphor. And then I had these little flowers, and I wanted one kind of up by his foot, but I didn't want it to look, maybe I only need 3. This one there might look better at the bottom though, because it's kind of flattened. I went to a craft market last night. So today's Saturday. It's the Saturday before Mother's Day. So I'm not exactly sure the date. This will be coming out Friday. So Friday would be the 17th, I think. So that's when this is going to come out. But last night the girls popped over to take me to a farmer's market. And at the farmer's market, or not a farmer's market, just a craft market. And one of the stalls, he had some rocks, and I'm really into rocks. So this is I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera, but it's a Nova Scotia amethyst, which was here in the valley. So Wanda, if you're watching this, this was found right around Scotts Bay. I know there's a cove there that I don't want to say on camera, but which is pretty popular for getting some amethyst and then some jasper. And I was really drawn to these. And as I was kind of meditating on them last night, it was clear is because jasper, especially the red here, is associated a lot with your base or root chakra. And it kind of helps you through stress. It helps to, I don't know, instill a sense of tranquility or wholeness. And I have been feeling a little bit lethargic, just working so much and stuff, and a little bit down. So it's also associated, the root chakra is your base or your urinary, your kidney, the hip and pelvis. So I've been having some issues there. So I thought that might help that. And as I was rubbing it, it's funny because there's almost like a natural worry spot there. So I was really getting some benefit from that. And then the amethyst helps to instill a sense of clarity or insight, and is often associated with your third eye or crown. So those two together, I think, made a statement. And it's funny that I should be drawn to those of the ones that they had. But the guy that had them, if you are from Nova Scotia or planning to visit here, is Fun Day Treasures, and they actually do tours. He knows where to look to get some of those rocks and special things. So yeah, I might look him up during the summer. But anyway, I got diverted. Let's get back to the collage. So I'm kind of thinking about, oh here, if I turn it maybe this way. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like that. There is quite a few flowers, but I don't mind that. It just looks kind of, I was going to say a little bit lopsided, but we have that pink on that side. Oh, and I do have a saying that I do want to put on. So I need to, maybe if I put the saying here. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that placement. So I definitely want the butterfly there. So we'll get him down. And then I think I'm kind of happy. Maybe if I put this one maybe a little bit behind there. No, I like it so that it looks like it's kind of growing out. Actually, I like it right there. So we'll get that one down. So I went over to Costco yesterday to get my hanging baskets, and they weren't in. I think I've mentioned this on my last video. think maybe the video that came out maybe yesterday. So I think it was Friday I went over. Anyway, so I ran over and they didn't have the hanging baskets, but I did get my outdoor planters, and I picked up one for my stepmother for Mother's Day. So I was asking the guy, well, when were the hanging baskets that I particularly like? I like the petunias because they last, if you deadhead them, they last all summer long, which is really fantastic. And he said, well, they'd definitely be in by this morning, that he thought that they would probably arrive this morning. So I thought, well, I'm going to get up early. I'm going to get to Costco when they open the door, because Saturday morning is complete madness over there, that I try to avoid it if at all possible, especially because I live local, so I can pop over really any time. So anyways, I went over this morning, and when I was sitting waiting, I just decided to take a book and wait in my car. I didn't see in the little fenced-in area, I didn't see the hanging baskets that I was looking for. So I thought, oh no, he's not here. But when I went in, they must have got them yesterday afternoon, and there were only, oh gosh, probably 10 left. So I'm thankful that I went over this morning to get them. So I got a nice pink and purple, just petunias, and then I got a pink petunia one, and, oh, that's my phone. I got a pink petunia one with alyssum, I think, and maybe some yellow cornflowers. I'm not sure. They're still in my car, so I was quite happy about that. So then I went over, called my dad's, and seen if they were home, and went over and took my stepmother her planter and had a nice visit with them. So already it's only 1 o'clock. I feel like I've been all around the houses, as they'd say. So I'm thinking that's looking lovely. So the other thing I wanted to do, just to elevate it a little bit, is either put in some greenery, which this was just sitting in my thing, so I wasn't sure about adding a little bit of greenery. But I don't think I want to. I think I just like it like that. I think it says a statement just like that. You know, maybe I could add a little up here. No, I'm happy with that. So I've got a little bit of sequins. I went to my sequins and my saying. I'm going to get my saying down next. So the saying, I got these are art by Marlene, her sticky quotes. But the saying on this side is believe in your magic. But I thought what would go well with this one would be create your own whimsical world. I really like that because it's a reminder to use your creativity. And that goes right good right there. Loving that. Okay. So I'm liking that so far. So then I'm thinking, I have these, they're kind of like flowers that we could put in the flower. I'm not sure if I would like that effect. Because we could do that, and then in the center of those, we could put that little one. My fingers are dry. So it could kind of look like that. And then when the light catches it, it would look like that. That's an idea. I could also just put just a little flower center, which kind of is hard to pick up on camera, but it would look kind of like that. And the other option is just have a white center, which is glittery. or just a pink center. So there's various options. Sometimes too many options clouds the, okay, so I don't like that for sure. I do kind of like this one. But you know, I think I kind of like this one and that one. Yeah. I like that the best. So I'm going to just get those down with a little bit of glue. So I took out 4 of them from my little container. And we'll get that down. And Chester, he's snoring here at the end of the table. He's had a zoomy morning. I was sitting there uploading a video for next, what day? For next weekend. I've got my Marguerite Miller video already done, and I thought, well, I'll get that posted since I have it done. So I'm sitting there just doing that, and all of a sudden, zoom, he goes flying by. Well, he's a big guy. As if you saw one of my videos, you can even just know by his paw how big he is. And when he goes zooming by, it's like literally a lion is flying by, because he's the same color as a lion. And his little paws go thump, 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 thump up and down the house. But he was on a mission, so, and I love when he gets the zoomies. He's comical. He flies around, he goes up one side of the couch and down the other and down the hall and back, and then he jumps up on his little perch in the living room. Then he jumps down from there, and it's like he's hunting. He's on the hunt. The other kind of thing that I considered for this, and I might have to go with Fabri-Tac if these don't stay on, but they usually stay on okay with glue, is that I kind of thought about on the rocks making it look like there's a water droplet on the rock. And you could do that with crystals, like little gems, clear gems. Or the other way, which I was thinking about doing, I could pick up this little flower, is with Nouveau drops. So if you take some Nouveau drops clear ones, so this is Morning Dew, it dries clear, and just put a few little drops there, it would look like it has a little bit of like dew from the morning. But I thought with all this glitter, with all this sequins going on, that it may not, it may just distract. Okay, and then for the center of this guy, I thought about, I could put a gem there because I often put gems. But what about if I put instead a sequin? Because that's quite glittery, and it would glitter. So I think I like that, just as a little something different. I have from the Michaels little cases that I put all my sequins in. But then I was at the dollar store a while back, and they had one, which is cheaper than Michaels, and Michaels, I don't think they sell them because I can't find them lately, which holds about at least twice as much. And that was, I think, like maybe $3 or $4. So that's well worth the money. And it's not like opening and closing the case all the time, so it's been wearing okay. I've got no issues. But I think that that is done for now. So when I go, I might wait till those sequins are dry before I actually glue it in. But when I do glue it in, it's going to go here. And I think that they just set each other off really well. And that, I love how that kind of, the flowers kind of sparkle. So yeah, so thank you for watching. You know, this was just a quick and easy one. But sometimes though, those are the best. And if you did like this, I'd love for you to give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, then I'd love for you to subscribe. Until we meet again, I hope that you stay safe and well, and bye for now.